everyone. I'm Karen the Intern, and you are watching Karen About Wrestling on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing great. We've got an awesome show for you tonight, another fantastic guest. But as usual, we're going to talk about the live shows first. So, what do we have going on coming up? June 15th, we are doing a big show out in Souk, BC, here on Vancouver Island. So that one is going to be a good time. June 22nd in Victoria, James Bay, we've got a double header. So that is all the wrestling you could handle in one day. So that is something you should definitely get on your calendar. And June 29th in Guelph as well. So make sure you get your tickets for that. Tickets for all of our shows are at 365prowrestling.com, so get your tickets now. Just also wanted to let you know that we are doing a call out for volunteers as well. We're always looking for people to help out with the live shows and with production. And of course, with all this fun stuff that we do here at Studio C as well. So if you're interested in that, you can talk to any of us at a live show or reach out on any of our social media as well. Also want to remind you to check out our sister shows, Island Main Event Tuesday and Combat, right here on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. So definitely check those ones out as well. All right, so our guest for the evening is, I mean, honestly, you can't really talk about wrestling on Vancouver Island without talking about my next guest. He is one of the OGs of wrestling. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you my guest for the evening, Ref Tim.
Aaron, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. Oh, it's been way too long. I've been wanting to have you on right from the very beginning, and I'm so happy we finally got a chance to connect and to.
Oh, me too. I've been looking forward to it for a long time.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. So fantastic. Why don't we just get right into it, because we've got lots to talk about. And
Yeah, let's get right in.
yeah. Oh, I love your enthusiasm. Right on. So I was doing my research on you, as I do for all my guests. So poking around and snooping you on social media. Yeah, exactly. And I found out a very interesting fact. We are 10 days apart in age. You were born
Wow.
10 days before me. And so
10
that
days.
means, yeah, we are both looking at big birthday this year. I won't necessarily reveal which one in case we don't want to talk about our age, but just suffice it to say it's one of the big ones.
It's a big one. One of the biggest. Yeah.
Absolutely. So do you have any big plans for the big one?
Big plans. Well, my birthday's at the end of August, so I'm probably going to be on a mountain somewhere far away.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, when you say far away, do you mean like far away from like where you live right now, or like far off the island, like far on another continent? Like, how far are you talking?
Yeah, probably in Montana or Oregon or Utah. Go for a long road trip and climb a rock somewhere. I
I
like to get away in the summer when I can, when there aren't a lot of shows and get to explore a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. What a great way to spend that time. And also, when you're in nature, it's so much easier to reflect. And when you go through these big birthdays, right? It's like it's a moment of reflection.
Definitely is. Too much reflection, I think.
Potentially, you can you can take a vacation in reflection land, but just don't live there for very long, right?
That's right. Yeah, don't linger.
Don't unpack. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So I was just saying, it seems to me that there's probably a lot of, parents getting busy at New Year's to produce all these babies at the end of August and beginning of September, right?
That's right. Yeah, it was the 70s. It was a different time, right?
Different time.
Yeah. Yeah, the 70s. Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked you for 70s though.
What's that?
I wouldn't have pegged you for 70s though.
No? Oh, well, thank you. Well, same. I mean, we've
Oh, thank you.
us Gen Xers, hey? Like,
Yeah, yeah. It turned out to be pretty durable, I guess.
yeah. Well, they say we were 30 at 10 and 30 at 50. So,
So true. So true.
like, first latchkey kids, like,
Yeah.
like basically raising ourselves, like drinking from the hose. Yeah, it was a different
Oh,
time.
yeah. A different time. The good old days. Yeah.
No. Okay, all right. Before we date ourselves any further, I'm very
Too late.
excited
Too late.
that too late. I know. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some wrestling stuff because you're a ref in wrestling. You're like some would say like the ref. So, how long have you been involved in wrestling?
Involved. I've been involved since late 2008, early 2009. When I first started getting involved in the ring. So, yeah, it's getting on to be a long time now.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, when you first started doing the wrestling thing, were you always a ref, or did you come on as a wrestler initially?
Actually, the first 4 or 5 years I was doing the wrestling with a little group up here in the Comox Valley. We did little shows for charity, over those 5 years or so. And then in 2013, when two companies came onto the island, I decided to train to do some refereeing and started up with them right from the start. And I've been doing that ever since.
That's awesome. Do you have a preference? Well, obviously you're doing more repping, and I'm sure the older you get, the less you want to get like thrown around in the ring necessarily.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting up there now, but yeah, uh, they're both their own kind of amazing experience.
So true.
I like them both. It's been a long time since I've done much in the ring, but I enjoy the refereeing a lot. So I'll go
Well,
with refereeing.
yeah, yeah. And I guess too, like I've seen you do get into some tussles, even like in ring. So even though you're not
Yeah,
necessarily like a wrestler.
sometimes somebody does something to me that sets me off a little bit, and the old Tim from back then comes out a little bit. But I try to control him as best I can.
Right, right. Yeah. Like, so what was your wrestling name? Did you like,
um, I went by the Acadian Assassin back then.
ooh, I like
Yeah,
it.
I was an angry Acadian French Canadian. I did a lot of bad things back then, but I figure it makes me a better referee because I'm onto all the tricks because I did a lot of them right. So,
No doubt.
yeah.
So were you originally from Quebec?
No, my family is all from the Acadian part of Nova Scotia,
Oh, okay.
but I'm from the Comox Valley, lifelong.
Oh, like that's where like born and raised, Comox Valley?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
I was actually just at Thin Comox this weekend. I should have looked you
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah. Went down to the
I was
beach. So
around.
yeah. Well, next time, I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down.
I love me a good road trip, man. I used to live in Alberta, and like driving from like Calgary to Edmonton, which is about the distance from Victoria to Comox, like time wise.
Yeah, I guess
It,
it would be.
it's so boring that road from Calgary to Edmonton, but like the road from like Victoria to Comox is gorgeous and fun to drive, and it's just all beautiful. And so, yeah, it doesn't really feel like 2.5 hours.
It doesn't. No, it's a lot nicer for sure.
Yeah, 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 for sure. All right. So, what's your favorite part about roughing?
Oh wow. You know, it's the best place to watch a match. Really. There's no better seat in the house if I were sitting. Uh, you get to see these stars doing what they do best, like right up close, and that's an amazing experience to be involved in that.
I can
And
only imagine.
and to have an impact on it as well, right? Like you know, I, I have a big role in there, choosing the winner, counting the winner, and ensuring the rules are followed and such. So,
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot of stress too.
lot riding on your shoulders for
There's a lot at
sure.
stake. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we know what can happen in a match where a ref misses something or, doesn't see some shenanigans or gets distracted and the tide of the match turns in a different direction than it might have otherwise, right? It's pretty crazy.
That never happens, does it?
No, does it? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. Is that a source spot? I don't know.
You saying I missed stuff?
Well, maybe not you specifically, Tim, but, maybe just like in general, it could
Yeah.
happen to some people sometime. I don't know.
It's like a referee in any sport. You can't see everything. You can only call what you see.
That's
You only do your best, right?
Yeah, and when you got guys like, say, for example, Nolan James lurking around trying to cause distractions, it can make things a little more difficult for you to do your job properly,
It could
right?
be crazy.
Indeed. Speaking of crazy, what is like when I say the craziest match you've ever been involved in? What's the first one that comes to mind?
Oh, wow, that's a hard question. I've probably refereed over 2,000 matches now, so
Wow.
uh,
Okay.
just to narrow it down would be tough. Just off the top of my head, probably um, there was a TLC match a few years ago in another company that it was pretty crazy, pretty violent. There was a lot of injuries out of it. I believe Nolan and Eddie Osborne were in there, and Yiko I think was in there, and there was all kinds of danger all around me, and there were some serious injuries out of there. Um,
Great.
they gave it all they had in that match.
What's a TLC match? I'm assuming it's not
Oh
Tender Love Care.
no, tables, ladders, and chairs. So
Oh yeah, no, that's completely different. Okay.
there was a lot of big falls off the ladder, and some broken bones I think came out of it, and it was a rough match. I remember that one. That one stands out to me, but a little bit above the rest, I guess.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That I would have loved to have seen that. I've only just been seeing my first barbed wire match recently, so that was a little troll. Yeah, I've never had that. I didn't know what to make of that, I'll be perfectly honest. But we are going to actually take a teeny tiny little break for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, for like 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere, you guys out there in YouTube land. We will be right back with more Caring About Wrestling and Ref Tip. And this is the part where we take over.
Oh, that's fine with me.
We just chit chat, have a smoke them if you got them, have a drink.
Have a swig of my vanilla Coke.
Ooh, vanilla Coke.
Vanilla Coke.
You're like a connoisseur. Not of Coca-Cola. Let's be specific. You're a connoisseur of Coca-Cola.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready to rock?
And then like,
All right, sounds like fun.
and we are back with Caring About Wrestling and Tim.
Rep Tim.
Hey, Rep Tim. All right, so Tim, I was talking to a few people in 365 about you as well, trying to find, get some good questions together to ask you. And so one of the names that kept coming up was Judas Icarus. And apparently you have a story about when he was just getting started.
Yeah, I
Do you
do.
know the story that I'm talking about?
I probably know what you're talking about or what you're getting at there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, do you want to share?
Sure. So back when I was doing, some wrestling, I had the ring kept in my backyard for a long time, and a young man who became Judas Icarus at one point, and a few of his friends, wanted to play in my ring and practice in the ring and have some fun. So I was letting them come over to my house, well, 4 or 5 times a week probably, and use the ring in the backyard, and that was pretty cool because to see where he's come, where he's gotten to since then, from playing in my backyard in the ring with his friends to the heights he's reached now and will continue to reach. It's just a cool little story that I have a small part of that, I guess.
I love that so much. So you had just a wrestling ring set up in your backyard,
Yep, yep.
and
We had a ring in the yard for the Comox Valley colleagues of mine that were using the ring, and these young fellas wanted to come out and use it, and so I let them, and they ended up being part of one of our shows even at one point. So
that's what a
it's
great.
a small world. It's a cool little story.
It really is. It really is. You definitely had a hand in like shaping kind of some, yeah, some wrestling. And so is
Very
that
small one.
well, no, hey, it's all every contribution is a contribution. But so do you still have that ring? Is that ring still in existence? The one
Yeah, that's the ring 365 uses.
is it?
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. I didn't think that was your ring. That's so cool.
It's still part of history. Still adding to history. Still getting good use out of it.
Yes, and I've actually had the honor in a live show and a couple of live shows now to do a little caring about wrestling segment from inside the ring.
That's right.
It's I gotta tell you, the first time you kind of pass that threshold over those ropes and into the ring, it's like a whole thing that happens to you as a person.
Oh yeah. It hits you fast. Yeah, you're in a whole new world now.
Oh yeah, yeah. You start getting
Anything can happen.
yeah, you start getting ideas about like maybe I too could be a wrestler, and then you're like, you're 50 years old, Karen. That's not stick to interviewing people. That's what you're good at. So
Yeah, it's a lot safer, that's for sure. But you never know.
less likely to break a hip. That's for sure. So have you ever actually, yeah. So speaking of breaking hips, so have you ever actually gotten injured while reffing?
Oh yes, not too much, but I've had a couple of. The worst one was when I popped my elbow out doing a 3 count. That was the worst by far.
When did that
and the
happen?
worst possible timing it could have happened too. Yeah, I was just coming down to count 3, and my elbow popped out, and it just flopped on the floor on the
Oh,
mat. And yeah, I had to try to recover, and the I mean, the death stare that Rhea Von Slasher gave me, I thought I could die right there. Because she was about to win, and my arm couldn't count 3 because it popped out.
so what did
She
you
went
do?
on to win anyway.
On the mat, or like what did you do?
I called for the bell, and the bell didn't ring. So Rhea Von Slasher, she just picked up her opponent and gave him a power bomb and pinned him again anyway. And I counted with the other hand, but I ended up having to finish the rest of that show with one arm droopy and counting with the other arm. And that was a pretty serious injury that hurt me for about a year probably.
Did you have to get any surgery, or was it just pure like rehab physio type thing?
Yeah, I was just rehab and physio, and I wore a brace for about a year. But it was very painful, and that was my counting arm, so there's no avoiding it.
Yeah, that like that's like my microphone hand that I use for interviews. Like I can't have that arm in.
No way you could do that left-handed. That's impossible.
Literally no way. That's not my good side, Like I gotta be careful with that kind of thing. So, are there any like 365 wrestlers that you're like afraid to get in the ring with?
well, I wouldn't say afraid, but yeah, definitely make me nervous. Well, I would say Laxadartha would definitely be one. When he's hanging upside down in the corner with that maniacal laugh, a few feet away from you, it sends chills down right from head to toe.
Yes, indeed.
Cremator Von Slasher, same thing. that mask on and the death stare he can give, chills, just chills.
Yeah, I don't want
Uh,
any part of it for sure.
I would say those two. Although Thelonious's box from the other dimension is pretty scary too.
So, when you were a wrestler, did you have entrance music?
Um, yeah, I did. I don't like to call myself a wrestler, but yeah, I did have entrance music. I just used at the time I was using the theme of La Resistance, who's a well-known French Canadian tag team at the time because it kind of fit my character at the time.
Nice.
I wouldn't use it now, but that's what I used at the time.
Oh, that's actually really cool. If like, what would you use now if you were gonna have some repping?
Wow. I kind of like, because I'm a kid of the 80s, so I kind of like the hair metal type music. So I would probably go with Instruments of Destruction.
Ooh.
It's from the Transformers the movie soundtrack.
I like the sound of that.
It's very violent sounding. It really gets you going. So I would probably go with that one.
That's excellent.
Like,
and everybody would respect you as a ref because like that entrance music is like don't mess with me music, right?
Yeah, exactly. Steer clear of this guy.
I'm in charge of this ring. Right? All right. So have you got any advice about anybody thinking about breaking into the crazy world of wrestling, either as a wrestler or as a ref or as a volunteer?
Only advice I would say is if you're dreaming of doing it, you really should try it. Right? There's no reason to put it off. Just go try it. Because it's only going to get harder as you get older. So just get in. It's never been easier. There's Pro Wrestling Academy, and there's never been a better time to get involved. And if you find out it's not for you, well, you meet a bunch of wonderful people and you meet a bunch of new friends, and maybe there's other roles you can do. We're always looking for other people, right? So,
Exactly.
cameramen and announcers and managers or whatever. So,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, get involved and you'll have a blast.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, everybody that I know that's involved, myself included, like, I don't know, like 6, 7 months ago, I was just somebody in the audience at a show. And now here I am. So
there you are. You've reached almost the pinnacle of the profession.
Intern status.
That's right.
I have nowhere to go but up. So it's okay.
We all got to start somewhere, right, Karen?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's all good. Learn the ropes, the whole bit. All right. So we talked a bit about where you're from. So you're from the Comox region, which I love that part of the island so much. What do you do when you're not wrestling? You mentioned you like to be out in nature, so I'm presuming that is a lot of what you do when you're not wrestling or reffing.
Yeah, I don't get out much in nature until I'm on vacation because I'm so busy the rest of the time. That's why when I get a vacation, I go as far away as I can and I get away from people. But
Yeah.
basically, I work long hours at my job and I play a lot of hockey. So that's and I have
Hockey.
kids. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the hockey thing first for a minute. So, I don't really know a lot about things, but I heard there's some like big hockey games are being played. Some teams are playing some hockey for a trophy at this point.
Yeah. Something going on in Florida, I heard. I'm not totally sure about.
So do you have a favorite? Are you going for Florida? Are you going for the Oilers because they're Canadian?
I would probably say I'm cheering for the Oilers because I think Canada needs to end its drought here. But realistically, I think Florida is probably going to win. So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do you think they're going to go to 7, or how many games do you think it's going to take?
yeah, I think it's going to take 6 games.
6 games. All right. So let's check back.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Some predictions happening right here, right now. And so you play hockey.
I do.
No, wait. Are you playing or are you reffing? You
No,
know,
I play.
you actually play. Okay. And what position do you play?
Usually left wing.
Nice.
I used to be a goalie in the '90s, and then my knees started wearing out, and so now I'm a power forward now. So.
I like that. I like that. So, how long you been playing hockey for? Your whole life?
Actually, I didn't start till I was in my 20s.
Really?
Yeah. So I
Cool.
started late, but I've made up for lost time.
Nice. So, do you play like a men's league or like what level are you like? Is it just
Yeah, I'm in the top tier of the men's league here in the Comox Valley Hockey League, and I play with some other old timer teams as well, just for fun. So I play about 4 nights a week during the season.
awesome?
So,
Awesome. That's so fun. That's so fun. That must keep you nice and fit, eh?
yeah, that gives me the endurance to referee for a couple hours.
No doubt about
For
that.
sure.
Yeah. All right, so we, I think, are going to take another quick little break here. So don't you guys go anywhere out there in the YouTube land. We will be right back with more caring about wrestling and wrap it out. Sorry about that coughing attack. Every once in a while, you get a little ticket in your throat.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, we're all professional here. It's not amateur hour. We got this. Oh, good times.
Yeah, lots of fun. I wish I could be there in person.
Yeah, me too, actually. So are you going to be up for,
Oh, yeah. The only show I'll miss is Canada Day. Other than that, I'll be there.
Excellent. We might be up in Campbell River on Canada Day for the Pancake /wrestling thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get back to it here.
Across to pick somebody and pin them. Not Tim! You can't do that to Tim!
That's not a good idea.
Oh, good. He figured out it was Tim and he let Tim go. That's good. I mean, Crofton, come on. You got a chance here. Get the. Oh, my God. What's he doing? What the?
Take it!
What did we. What the. The crowd is going absolutely. Tim! Tim just choke slam Crofton!
And we are back with more caring about wrestling with Rep Tim. All right, Tim. So there's a couple big questions that I asked that everybody just is desperate to know the answer to. The first one is, do you believe in ghosts?
No.
You do not. So you're
I do not believe in ghosts.
Okay, interesting.
Strangely enough, though, my mother was a paranormal investigator, but yet I didn't get that itch from her. So.
Did you ever go on any investigations ever, or?
Oh no, she did that after she moved to Wisconsin, so I haven't had a chance to do any of that with her. But I do hear about them occasionally.
Yeah. So, would you be interested in being a part of a paranormal investigation as a skeptic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, because we're thinking of starting up a 365 paranormal investigation team.
Oh wow.
So yeah, maybe you should just come and be a part of that with us.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's got to be some haunted places in Comox we can go see, right?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a few around.
Right.
Drax Castle is here. That's a big one. Drax Castle is very popular.
That sounds scary.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, road trip out to do a paranormal investigation out in Comox. I'm up for it.
Sure.
All right. So the other big question, of course, as you know, is what is your favorite dinosaur and why?
Oh, dinosaur. I'm gonna go with the Pteranodon. because I think flying dinosaurs are cool.
Because what?
I think flying dinosaurs are cool.
Yes, yes, I love that. So I don't know what a pteranodon is, so thank you for specifying that it's a flying dinosaur. I have a picture in my head now. I talked about with Johnny Roston actually the whole idea that dinosaurs became birds, modern day birds, and so
Mhm.
his mind was a little blown by that. How do you feel about all that?
Well, nature is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
The pteranodon. You know what I love about asking this dinosaur question is everybody has a different answer, and I have learned about some dinosaurs that I did not know about, and so I consider that a good day.
Yeah, surprised you didn't get the same one every time.
Actually, to be fair, I may have gotten raptor a couple times, but I think that just seems like a natural choice for some wrestlers, just in general. Maybe I don't know. Okay, so if you could be like any Disney character, who would you want to be? Villain or good guy?
Disney character. Wow.
I know. Pulling all the stops here.
I'm gonna go with Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Yeah, only because my wife is an Eeyore fanatic, and I think that would probably make her happy for at least 10 seconds. So.
Oh, that is precious. That's actually that's a very pure, wholesome answer. I really love it, actually.
Yeah, pure and wholesome. That's me.
Awesome. That's what we do here on Caring About Wrestling.
That's right. That's right. Keeping it clean and family.
Family friendly, yeah. So do you have any pets, Rough Tim?
I do have a cat. I should say my daughter has a cat that I put up with.
Tolerate? What's the cat's
Yeah,
name?
Duchess.
Duchess. Oh, that's very cute. And so is there any redeeming qualities to this cat? Do you like the cat in any way or?
Yeah, oh, of course I like the cat, but yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah. One time, funny enough, I was holding on to the Global Women's Championship here at my house for a time, and I kept finding Duchess snuggling with the championship in a full embrace, just cuddling with it and sleeping with it. Uh, so you know, the desire to hold that championship crosses species as well.
Clearly, and all ladies love a little bling, I think is the other part of it.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, so have you ever gone to karaoke before?
I don't sing ever.
So that's like a no-go for you.
Happy
Okay.
birthday. I think I'll sing that. That's about it.
Well, maybe we'll sing happy birthday to each other,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because we're like
Yeah.
birthday
You
buddies.
got
Yeah,
that coming up. So
exactly,
well,
exactly.
we should just make everybody else sing it to us. That'd probably be better.
Right? At a show.
At a show. In the
Yes.
ring. Yeah.
Let's see if we can make this all happen, right?
It's already in the works.
We're manifesting it even now as we speak.
We deserve it.
We do. It's a big birthday, you guys. I'm not even kidding.
We're not saying the number, but it's big. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so how do you feel about busting into the lightning round, Tim?
Absolutely. Let her rip.
Believe it or not, we are already at that stage in our interview this evening. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Time goes fast.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh, Star Trek by a mile.
Wow, I
I'm a huge Star Trek nerd.
love that. I think we're gonna have to talk more about that when we see each other too, because I love me some Star
Absolutely.
Trek. Awesome. All right, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I could take it or leave it.
Love that. Frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Potato salad or coleslaw?
I like them both, but I'd choose potato.
Nice. Favorite candy?
I don't eat candy.
Oh,
I would say maybe candy bars, chocolate. I
chocolate.
like chocolate. Yeah.
All right. Macho Man, Hulk, or Ultimate Warrior?
I'd probably have to go Macho Man. Although I do
Nice.
sometimes I do channel the Ultimate Warrior, on the road. But I would have to go
Love that.
Macho Man for sure.
Definitely love the Macho Man. Favorite band?
Favorite band. Wow. I was into the '90s techno dance, so I'm probably gonna go with Two Unlimited.
Oh,
I love Two Unlimited.
so
I
good.
still listen to them getting ready for hockey games sometimes.
Nice. Never been your
Classic.
okay. Love that. All right. Best place to get a hamburger on Vancouver Island?
Uh, I don't know. I always think of Peter's Burgers in Calgary that's my go-to. I can't think of anywhere on the island.
That's amazing that you beckoned all the way over to Calgary to Peters. Yeah, love me some Peters with the milkshake. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong.
Nice. And what was your favorite part of this interview?
Um, uh, just speaking to you and having people interested in my role in wrestling is just an amazing experience.
Awesome. Oh, well, we were so glad to have you tonight, Tim. It's
Thank
been
you for having me.
the interview. You're so easy to talk to and chat with. I can't wait to see you again at the live show. And speaking of live shows, you guys get your tickets at 365prowrestling.com and make sure you check out everything pro wrestling on the 365 YouTube channel as well. Thanks again, Tim, for joining us. And thank you out there for watching, caring about wrestling.